type 1, type 2, and type 3. So type 0 grammar is any grammar giving alpha gives beta. Correct? Then we said there would be this would be unstructured grammar. Type 1 would be where you have say particularly a symbol available. For example, like this, A alpha B gives A beta B. So you are you are trying to control these left and right context. So this was context sensitive. Then we said there would be context free grammar where there would be a variable which gives an alpha, correct? Which would be like combination of terminals and non-terminals. Now, if I see rather for this particular type 3, which is kind of regular grammar, we said these could be the proper productions for it. Now, if I try to see relationship between these all four, so can every type 0 be type 1? No, but every type 1 would be definitely type 0. Every type 1 cannot be type 2. Correct, but type 2 can be part of this where left and right context would be preserved, like there is no left and right context in this case. Similarly, the case like type 3 can be type 2, but type 2 cannot be type 3. Correct? So can I write like this? Say for example, okay, you have to tell me type 3 is subset of type 2 is subset of type 1 is subset of type 0. Can I write this? Considering the form that the grammar may have for the productions. Can I write this? Yes, please.
Yes, sir.
Correct. Now, if I can write this, then I cannot say that every type 3 would be type 2. Correct? With this case, every type 3 cannot be type 2. But type 2 definitely can be type 3. Now, if I consider this, then let me take a particular language like where I have, if you recall, we talked about generating the language, generating the strings, and so on. Correct? Yeah. So like if I try to concentrate on it, so can I write this? Say for example, if I have a language where it is like this, WCWR, where W belongs to A comma B star. So it could be any possible combination of A and B. Now, if my language is like say for example AB, CBA. Okay. Similarly, if I go with BCB, ACA, correct? Because we want that to be reverse. So reverse. So BACAB. Now, for such a language, can I generate a finite automata? Can I generate a finite automata? It could be NFA, it could be DFA. Can I generate this in generalized form? Because this would be my language. Now, for this language, if I try to generate a finite automata, then it would be difficult. I may not be able to because I'm not sure what would be length. Like if you see, what are the automata that we saw? They are having some kind of form. Say, for example, every language with a raised to n greater than equal to 0. I can definitely come up with a finite automata. How? Is this a finite automata? Considering only the transition diagram. So maybe your state is Q0. Initial and final is same. So I can accept n number of A's where n is greater than equal to 0. So I can definitely go with this, correct? Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Correct. Now what about A raised to n, B raised to n? Now if I try to draw this like this, for example, A raised to n, B raised to n. Here, mandatory is what? The string should start with A, correct? But in this case, if you recall, we saw this example too, like while trying to minimize the automata. One example that we saw was there were no non-final states, but all of them were final. So we could not construct this one as a minimized. Why? Because in this case, my string may start with B, my strings may start with A. But in this language, I completely have the mechanism saying that this string should always start with A. Okay. If it doesn't start with A, then there would not be any occurrence of A at all when it is only B. When I say n greater than equal to 1. Correct? But when we say n greater than equal to 0, both of them are same. I cannot have them here. I can have 2 A's and 1 B. I can have 2 A's, 10 B's. This will not work out in this case. So these languages cannot be part of this type 3. Correct. Now, if I say, oh, sorry, these languages cannot be part type 3. Okay. But this definitely is type 3. Why? Because I could construct a FA for it. Correct? Like this. Now, how to find out whether the given for the given string or for the given language we have or we can construct an equivalent FA. So for that purpose, we are going to see one important aspect or one important theorem rather called as pumping lemma. For regular sets. Fine. So let us try to see like how exactly we can get this through with respect to say implementation. Fine. So let us first write the statement for the theorem. So let M, which is given as Q sigma delta Q0 F, be a finite automata with n states. Let L be, and now if I have M to be a finite automata, then definitely whatever L would be, this would be regular language, correct? So let us say, like I call that as regular set. Instead of regular language, I will call it as regular set. Let L be the, because anyway, language would be a set of string accepted by M. L be the regular set accepted by your M automata. Now let me take a string. Let W belongs to L. Now this W is what? W is a string over your sigma. Fine. With length of W is greater than equal to M. So there would be some M. It is going to definitely have some length. Okay, this M we don't care whether it is 0 or something else. It could be anything. Now I'm putting some constraints. If M greater than equal to N, then there exists, now I am talking about 3 strings X, Y, Z, which I am going to generate from the given W. Likewise, this way, such that W equal to X, Y, Z. So I am dividing this W into 3 parts, X, Y, and Z, such with Y not equal to epsilon and X, Y raised to I, Z belongs to L. Now that means what? If Y is not 0 or Y is not epsilon, length of Y is not 0, that means Y is not epsilon. Then if you pump it I times, then that language also like what are the string that you are going to get? If XYZ belongs to L, then if I pump I times this Y, then it also belongs to L. That's what we are trying to prove. Then L for each I greater than equal to 0. So even if I remove I, that means what? If I remove ultimately this Y, now what would be remaining? Only XZ. This XZ also belongs to L. Now we have to prove this, whether when it would be true and when it would not be true. Fine. Okay, have you understood the statement? See what I'm saying? Let L M be your finite automata represented by this Q sigma delta Q0F. Okay, with n states, there are n states. We are assuming we don't know how many states would be there. Let L be the regular set accepted by M. Let W belongs to L. This string W, which is part of this regular set, accepted by your automata, with length of W to be greater than equal to M. And I am assuming that this M either would be same as number of states or more than or bigger number than your number of states. Then there exists XYZ such that W can be written in this form XYZ. Okay, like this is concatenation. You are dividing this W into three parts. Okay, X, Y, and Z with Y not equal to epsilon. That means what? Y never can be, while you are dividing W into three parts, you have to make sure length of Y is not a 0. It at least it should be 1. So if I pump Y I times, that means I'm pumping means what? Suppose if I write X, Y square Z, that means what? Your string was XYZ. Now your string becoming X double YZ. So like if this belongs to that, what we want to prove, if this belongs to L, then this should also belong to L. If it doesn't, then that means what? Given language is not a regular language. Correct. You may take this n times. So if it would be what? X, Y, 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 n times. This is n times. And then Z. We are not talking anything about XZ for a while right now. Okay, we are not talking about XZ for a while right now. Fine. I hope you understood the statement. So this is theorem. Let us try to write the proof for it. So whenever you are not getting anything, let me know. Fine. The proof. I assume you are with me. Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Good. Okay. I assume I have started recording or somebody start. Okay. Let it be. Let W equal. Let me write this W as some symbols like A1, A2, dot 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 AM with M greater than equal to N. Now this M and N we are talking about here this way. Correct, because we had W length to be greater than equal to 1. That's why I'm assuming that there is A occurring M times. Fine. Now delta, if I say Q0, because if I have to talk about acceptance, correct? So what am I going to get? So if I write Q0, comma A1, A2, dot 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 AI, I will get some state as QI for some I running from 1 to till M. Fine. Correct. Now I'm assuming that what are the states I'm going to get in between with this following this string that forms a path from Q0 to QI. Am I right? Whenever I'm accepting, whenever I'm following this string, whenever I reach to some state QI, that means what? From Q0 to QI, what are the states in between would be? So they would be forming a path. That means what? Let me write for a while. Let me write set Q1. Okay, this set Q1 would be what? For every path, I'm going to talk about this like Q0, Q1, dot 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 QM, because my I is M. Fine. So Q1 is sequence of states in the path with path value to be W with A1, A2 dot AM. Now in the given FA we have how many states? In dear what are the finite automata that was given to us? There are how many states? N, correct? As there are only N distinct different, okay, states, at least 2 states in Q1 must coincide, correct? Now you may see that this Q1, Q2, QM may get repeated in Q1, Q2 something like some I, some J. Some of them may get repeated in between. We don't know because we said what M should be greater than equal to N. Now, if M is greater than equal to N, ultimately there will be definitely a loop. Can I think of this? With M to be greater than N, at least one extra thing would is one loop would be taken, correct? Because you have 5 and you have 4 here. So if I want length states to be 4, correct? Let me take this here. If I have states to be 4, okay, what would be length here? Length of string 3. Now when I said length this 4 and I have length to be 5, number of states are 4, length to be 5, then ultimately what it means? 1, 2, 3. I may have few things here. So I may have this one, or I may have this one, I may have this one. I don't know. I may have any of them, or otherwise I may have this one too. So 1, 2, 3, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can have this kind of stuff as well, returning loop. So in a path, whatever the path that I'm going to get, say for example, if I say 0, Q1, Q2 and Q3. So with this diagram, so if I write path value Q0, Q1, Q2, Q1, Q2, Q3. So this would be my path value, correct? So you will see that these states are getting repeated. That's what I'm talking about. This that must coincide, correct? Among, now we are talking about repeated states among various pairs of repeated states, we take first pair. Now in this case, what was the repeated pair in this case?
Q1, Q2.
Correct? So I started Q0, Q1, Q2, back Q1, Q2 and then Q3. So if you see Q0, Q3 are distinct, but somewhere I am getting repeated states. That's what we are trying to tell. Correct? We take first pair. Let us take them as, let us take them as Qj and Qk. Now in this case, I had this thing. Okay. In this case, I had this thing. What about this, such a case? I have 3 states. I have this repetition. So suppose this is state 0, state 1, state 2. So I will have what? Sorry. I will have what? If I want length 5, say A. I want length 5. What should I do? 0, 1, 1. Now this is 1. This is 2, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1. So how it would be? So 0, So let us say Q0, Q1, 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 1, 2, 3, Q1, and then Q2. Correct. So this will result to what? Length 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Correct. So I should get like this: 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2. So this will give me length 5 for this thing. So if you, I may have some situation like this, or I may have some situation like this too. So here I would be getting pair. Here also I am getting a pair Q1 Q1. But in this case my Q1 is same. In this case Q1 Q2 I am getting, but it may be same, it may be different. Correct. That means what? Like Qj and Qk. Sometimes I may have this Qj equal to Qk. Am I right? If at all I do see this kind of stuff. If I do see this kind of stuff. Now here, if you see this language and this language, now what would be the length of this? What would be the length of this in general? Minimum is 2. Correct? 1, 2. If this is final. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it is greater than equal to 2. Correct? In this case, it is 3. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 5, 7, 9. Can you see this? Is it going to be a multiple of 3? No, not multiple of 3, but like odd number starting with 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I can get length to be 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, so on. In this case, I would be getting 2, 3, 4, 5, so on. So if you see, there is a consistency here with this case. Correct? There is some consistency in terms of length varying. So that's what we are talking. So now, if I see this, now whenever I am considering this pair, okay. Now let us see. Then J and K satisfy the condition. Which is that condition? 0 less than equal to J. Can I say this? I am talking about Qi and Qj. Correct? Your J and I may be same. Sorry, Qj and Qk. Either they are same or they are different. Now in one case I am getting them to be same. In this case I am getting them to be different. Am I right? Am I right? Yes, are you there? See what we are saying. If we take them as Qj and Qk with Qj equal to Qk, with such a case, like where we have some situation like this, then here I have taken bigger example. What about these two? What about this? I can have either of these situations. So I may have only one state, I may have more than one state. So in this case, or whenever I am seeing repetition, this J and K would be same. But in some cases where I have more states like this, your J and K may be same, may not be same, because it may be a pair with different number. But in general, I can say that 0 less than equal to J, at least one occurrence of Y should be there. That's why I am saying K less than equal to N. So if I don't see the K at all, that means J and K are same. So am I going to get this? 0 less than equal to J less than equal to N? Probably yes. My length may be same 2. But then, like if I see it, I want that to be less than equal to N strictly. So less than equal to N means what? If I have 3 states, if I have 3 states, if I don't take this back, so my length would be definitely lying below the number of states that I have. I have here 4 states, but my length of string is 3. But whenever I want length to be 5, whenever I want length to be more, correct? In this case, I have length to be 2 only, with j and k to be different, or j and k to be same in this case, when j and k to be different, both the cases. Correct? Now, whenever we are talking about such scenarios, now let us assume that whenever we are getting such kind of W, where because we are talking about small path, okay, small path, this I may or may not be M, this I may or may not be M, and that in those situations, here I have taken example where you are getting I equal to M directly in all these cases. Now let us think of your bigger FA with n states, and you are picking a string with length to be M, which is accepted. And in that situation, I am considering this case. So let us say the string W. Let us decompose this string. The string W can be decomposed into 3 strings: A1, A2, dot 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 AJ, AJ plus 1, dot 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 AK, AK plus 1, dot 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 AM. Your AM.
Sir,
Ah,
sorry for disturbing, but sir, I'm not getting J's. How J is strictly less than K?
okay. Now, whenever we are trying to get this string, like A raised to N, B raised to N, correct? Now, we have to search for a path. Now, I haven't said anything about whether I always would be M or less than M, correct? Because we are saying
Yes.
it may be M. Now, if my complete FA accepts a string like M, for example, which is strictly following this rule. In this situation, I definitely would be getting a loop.
Yes, sir.
That loop probably might be from state to same state, or from some state to some other state and again back. We may or may not be sure about this, correct? If it is j equal
Yes.
to k, then it's okay. But when j is, we have another state there. Like we have such a situation. So until unless I take this, so till this, like I don't know what would be further, but till this, if I assume this to be j, my next k, I'm not sure about what it would be, because I have to divide that string into 3 parts as per the mechanism given in the theorem. If I try to divide them into 3 parts, considering the pairs that are available over there, because we are talking about a string with length to be M, and this M always greater than equal to N. Now, in a situation wherever I am getting this J and K, either I have J and K to be same, correct? Either I have J and K to be same. Now, if I consider this example, Q1, Q2, is my Q1 and Q2 same?
No.
No. So that ultimately, like if I refer to this index, this J is always less than K,
Yes, sir.
correct? And in this case,
Equal.
equal, correct? Is that fine now? We are talking about this index for a while right now. This is with respect to the
Yes, sir.
index. Index, I mean to say the state number. Fine. Okay. Now, if I have a string W, can I write that string W in this form? A1, A2, dot, 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 AJ, AJ plus 1, dot, 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 AK, AK plus 1, dot, 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 AM. This is my complete W. Correct. And let X, Y, and Z denote these strings like in the order. Okay, in the order. So what it would be? These are the three parts that you have. So I can say this is X, this is Y, and this is Z. Is that fine?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now you have X, Y, Z. Correct? Written. Now, if I think about this Y part, we already mentioned the condition. Y part cannot be epsilon. Correct? Now, if I assume this Y part cannot be epsilon and W is written as XYZ. So definitely this K that I am going to consider here for a state, sorry, for the string, this K for Y, it may be definitely less than equal to N, because Y is not going to be empty. If Y is not empty, then it definitely is less than equal to the number of states. Am I right? Think over it. Okay, I'm writing this, then you start working on it. So I'm saying as K less than equal to N, definitely less than XY, sorry, length of XY less than equal to N. I have to consider this. If K is less than equal to N, then definitely I am going to get XY less than equal to N. So X may be empty in this case, but Y cannot be empty. If Y, whenever I'm saying Y, why I'm talking about this AK, correct? AJ1 AK. If this is N, then in that case, X would be empty. Can I say that? That's why I'm writing this. Now, if Y, this K, suppose I have 4 states. Suppose I have 4 states, and if I try to divide the string into 3 parts. So, like for example, let me talk about a length A raised to N, B raised to N. Now, let me take A, B, B, B. Now, if I try to draw, for example, FA for this, okay, or for example, I cannot draw it for here. Let it to be A raised to N. So, can I draw like this? Can I draw this FA like this? My FA could be also this one. So if my Y is not going to be empty, now how exactly I can get this then? At least one Y should be there. So whenever I'm dividing this string into form, X can be empty, but Y cannot be empty. We haven't said anything about X and Z. We strictly said that length of Y should be greater than equal to 1. So if I have length to be equal to 0, then my Y, I cannot say anything. My Y can be empty. But always whenever I'm trying to prove the string, if I pump, like if I draw this, if is it working for length to be 0? Yes, but for in general, we don't write epsilon transition here, correct? So ultimately, if I don't consider that identity of epsilon, a state to epsilon is the state itself. If I forget this for a while, if it works with length 1, can it work with length 10? If it accepts length 1 A, can it accept 10 A's? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes, sir.
So ultimately, in general, we are talking now, and that's what we are saying. If my K is less than equal to N, length of XY always less than equal to N, and W equal to XYZ. That's what we said. Now, how the path value would be then? Let me draw the diagram, like how the path would be. So suppose this is my initial state. This is a path for this. qj to qk, because I have to reach to this one, na? this particular string. I have to reach to this particular string as well. So I can think of this is a path for x. This is a path for y. I'm not writing any states in between, okay? And this would be your final states. This would be your final state. This would be z. Now in this case, if it is self loop, then it could have qj equal to qk. If it is not a self loop, then this is a path from qj to qk. We don't know. Like in one case, I said qj to qk. I may have this kind of stuff, or I may have this kind of stuff. That's what I don't know. How can I represent this? So if I think of this diagram, then what I can do? So this would be path for w, right? Because it should accept that diagram. Sorry, it should accept this finite automata should accept w, because with the assumption this is initial, this is final. Fine. I'm assuming you are with me, so I'm continuing there. So I'm note that I'm working with this diagram too. Okay, let me see if I can share this one with you peoples. Let me check. Okay, let me add it into WhatsApp right now, because I may not be able to do so through Teams. 1 minute, camera. Okay, right now I'm sharing this to you on WhatsApp. Yeah. Okay, check WhatsApp. This would be important for you rather to work with the remaining part of theorem. So see whether you have received that on WhatsApp. Okay, let me move further. Okay, so I'm assuming that you are seeing that too side by side. Okay, the diagram. Now let me continue. Now my automata starts where? With the initial state. Okay. The given FA M starts from initial state. That is your Q0, correct? Now let me say, if with the diagram that I have, with this diagram, okay, now if I apply X on applying X, where it reaches to? Where it reaches to? Qj, correct? As per the diagram, it could be Qj,
Yes.
it could be Qk, correct? If it is a loop, then it could be Qj or it could be Qk. So let me write it. It also can be Qk. Now on applying string y, can I say that it comes back to again Qj to Qk, correct? Qj, it also can be Qk, considering this. Whenever I apply y, it starts from here, it reaches to here again, correct? Fine.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that
Yes,
means what?
sir.
That means what? If I take this y once, then it's okay. Correct? This is once. Y occurrence is once. Here we are written like this, but it could be different state too, like the way that we said. It may not be always a loop. It may not be always a loop. It could be like this as well. Though we say that it is kind of loop, but consisting more than one state. There can be 3 states involved too. We don't know. Like it could be like this. Say for example, with assumption these are the different states: Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, Q5. So you can have this as well, kind of this from here to here. So it may have repetitions in this case. Correct? So we don't know how many states would be involved there. Correct? So after application of y I times for each I greater than equal to 0. If I remove completely this, if I don't take this loop, what would be my it? That means what? Y is there. I have length. Like say for example, in this case, I had y. Y is this, and I'm taking again y. In this case, correct. Now, if it is the case, then if I take this to be empty, empty means if I don't take this loop at all, what would be my string? Like the one that we had, where I wrote this 0 1 1 1 2. So it could be a. So we want 5 times a, na? 1 2 3 4 5. So if I don't take this at all, even if it is there, if I don't take this loop, I would be getting a. I would be getting a with this diagram. Correct. So I can take this loop 0 number of times, but initially my y is not empty. But I'm putting it like I'm not following y at all. I'm directly reaching to QM without following this. So what are the number of times that I want this repetition, that can be decided, but minimum is 1. But if I don't take that path at all, what? Because with assumption Qj equal to Qk, with this case Qj equal to Qk. If I don't take this path at all, that means what? I don't pump it. So I can pump it by maybe more than one time, or maybe not at all. That's what we are talking about here. Correct. So after application of y raised to I, for each I greater than equal to 0, the automata or the finite automata is in the same state Qj. Correct? See, if I take it or don't take it, this repetition, it will remain in this. Am I right? If I reach here from Q0 to Q1, and if I don't take this loop at all, will I remain in 1?
Yes, sir.
That's what we are talking about. The automata is in same state Qj, and then later on applying Z, it reaches to Qm. On applying Z, it reaches to Qm, which is a final state. Which is a final state. Fine. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Correct.
Yes, sir.
That means what? Hence, x y raised to y z belongs to L. With this condition, as not condition but the conclusion, every state in Q1 is a path. That's what we started with. Q1 is a path, is obtained. So you are with why we are taking q1. I'm assuming that there is a path q1 for a string w with length m. There might be q2 for a string x. Oh, sorry, you take a different, say p, string p with length to be some n. Sorry, n is state, so it could be o. It could be anything. We are talking about a particular path for that w, because we said w is equal to a1 a2 am. That's what we are considering this q1. So for every w that you are going to take, there would be multiple such paths. Multiple, I mean to say, for every string there would be one path. So I'm talking about all now in general. For every state in q1, sorry, as every state in q1 is obtained by applying an input symbol. So definitely I am going to get that state from q1 by applying one symbol. From q0 I apply one symbol, I get q1. From q1 I apply something, I get q2, and so on. From qm minus 1 to qm, on application of some symbol, I'm going to get something with y not equal to epsilon. So this is your pumping lemma. But now we have to see like how exactly I can apply this. How can I apply this? So this is my pumping lemma to say that, okay, if I take pumps I times, then my L should be, new string should be part of L. Now how exactly you apply pumping lemma? So let us talk about now application of pumping lemma. Fine. Now step 1. So for every problem that you are asked to solve or to prove, like state whether the given language is regular or not using pumping lemma. So you have to follow these 3 steps. Okay. First thing, first statement always you are going to write like this is a template. Assume that given L is regular. You should write this as a part of template for your solution. Let n be number. What is n for us? Number of states in the corresponding finite automata. Because if L is regular, then there should be a finite automata. Okay, this would be always your first statement. First statement, last statement is same. Like first statement, part of last statement would be same for every problem. For some problems, when I said every, 1 or 2 problems may differ there. Now step 2. Choose string W. Now whenever you are talking about mathematical induction, what you do there? You start with the basis, correct? Then you try to prove it for I, then you assume I plus 1 it is true, and hence proved by using mathematical induction. Now we are going to prove this mainly by contradiction. Okay, this theorem. We are going to use this theorem or the application of pumping lemma by proving it through contradiction. Choose string W such that, like we will write the same statements which we wrote in you can say as in the theorem. So you can see like we wrote this m greater than equal to n, correct? That's what I'm writing. Use pumping lemma to write. Now divide your w into xyz with length of xy less than equal to n and length of y greater than 0. This is given in the theorem only. Okay. Now third, now you have to find some string or some I. You have to find a suitable which suits your assumption. Like in mathematics, it is funny. Few things are funny rather. What you start with, you assume something and you try to prove by contradiction. And you know that it is not going to work, but still you try to do this. So this is beauty of proving the theorems. Correct? Because like if one is not good with mathematics, what we used to start with, so hey, assume this, then you go on, and lastly write hence proved. Similarly, like what you are assuming, you know that it can be proved. That's why you are writing hence proved. So what I used to think of in my school days. See, if my teacher is not seeing the internal in between statements, he or she can see my last statement and say, okay, he got good marks, or he or she can offer me good marks in that sense. Okay, yeah. So that's what. So find a suitable integer I such that x y raised to y z does not belong to L. You have to find that I, and this is, or this contradicts our assumption. Hence, L is not regular. Okay, so this is the application of pumping lemma. With the statement we saw for pumping lemma. So this pumping lemma is applicable for regular language as well as for context-free language. So context-free language we will be talking later, but right now we are talking about regular language. So in next lecture we will be mainly talking about implement or using this or application of this pumping lemma by taking few examples. Okay, then you will understand what is the gist behind talking about this pumping lemma. Okay, so anyway, we are going to repeat this in the next session. Okay, repeat, I mean to say application and what exactly we are supposed to do. What are the statement that we saw, this one, and in continuation this one. So we are going to combine this together and see how can it be applied in a problem. Fine. So see you tomorrow again for the remaining part of the problems which would be working with this application of pumping lemma. So we'll take 3-4 examples. Okay, I will add few recordings too for some examples which can be helpful for you peoples rather to solve other additional examples. Fine. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.